Hello everybody, this is Tom from Team Wrecking Ball bringing you an Eldritch Moon Shadows over Innistrad draft. Trying out the new draft league, which I have never played before. Curious to see how it goes. So the idea apparently is that you play Swiss matches. If you go 2-1 you get 2 packs, if you go 3-0 you get 6 packs. And you get as much time to build your deck as you need. So it's quite interesting. I haven't played this format that much, so I'm still not always sure about what to pick, first pack. And this is another one of these cases, I think. So Stormcur Condemned, I think, is probably very good, but it is double black. It is better than Olivia's Dragoon, so I think this is the black card to consider. Geist of the Archives is really good and Noose Constrictor is really good. I think it's between those 3 cards. And I'm really not sure what I want to pick here. Black is supposed to be like the worst color, but I think maybe we just try to build like a cool vampires deck. I mean, this is a video, right? So let's try that. So next pick we get no vampires. I think the best cards in this pack are probably Prey Upon and the Curious Homunculus, but Curious Homunculus you have to be in the spells deck. I'm not really considering any of the other cards. Zongriff I guess is also fine. I think all of these cards, I think Prey Upon is probably the best card and Curious Homunculus has the most upside. I also don't really like the combination of either of these cards, like with Stormcur Condemned, so this is not great. Vampire Cutthroat is actually a vampire, but I don't think it's all that good, so could take Traven Foulbloods and stay on color here, but I think it's just such a bad pick. I'm gonna take the card with the highest upside. Maybe we can move into a cool spells deck later. So here we have another interesting pick. A lot of close picks, I guess. Ingenious Cob is very good in the spells deck, so it would work well with the Homunculus. And Fury Blade Vampire is pretty good in the Vampires deck. We also see a Wildenpack Outcast here, which is also a card I would consider. It's one of the best red commons, probably like the second best after Galvanic Bombardment, I guess. Maybe Brazen Wolves. There's also Falcon Wrath Reaver, so there are a lot of vampires in this pack, but it's only pick 3. I actually think this Cob is probably the best card in this pack. So I'm gonna pick that here. Yeah. Now next we have Wretched Griff is probably the best card in the pack. Like the Angel is also really good, and Oath of Liliana is alright, but not great. Kind of depends on what kind of deck your opponent is playing. If they have token makers or something, this is really bad. I think the Wretched Griff is a easy pick here to stay on color. And I think white might be the second most open color. So let's keep an eye on that. So here we have not that many good cards. There's Weirded Vampire, which works well with Stormcur Condemned. There's Graph Harvest, which is good in blue-black, which would mean that I could keep the Stormcur Condemned, but it's like a really late game card and I'm not really sure if that will work well in the deck we're going for here. Although I'm not really sure yet what deck we're going for. I think I have never played with this card and I've heard that opinions differ wildly on it. So I actually think I'm going to take the Weirded Vampire to go with the Stormcur Condemned. Um, so no more good blue cards. A lot of white cards. I don't really like Desperate Sentry as much as I did in the beginning, and Ironclad Slayer is mostly just very good in white-black, not in the other decks. Could take Gavony Unhallowed here, it's a fine card. Could also switch it to white and then probably take Blessed Alliance here. Also a spell which goes well with our first two cards. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna take the Blessed Alliance, I think. This could be wrong. Ooh, and now we get Certain Death. Yeah, now... And Markov Crusader. Now I really wish I picked the Gavony Unhallowed now. Again, I'm not sure which one of these cards is actually better. I don't have any removal yet, so I guess there's a reasonable chance that I want a Certain Death. The Crusader is good with my two vampires, but I think I always pick removal really highly, so I'm gonna take that here. I'm gonna take Laboratory Brute here. Maybe we can have a little bit of a zombie theme somewhere. Enlightened Maniac is good with Wretched Griff. Maybe we get another Emerger. Traven Foulbloods I don't really mind, but it's also not great. So I think I'm just gonna take the Enlightened Maniac here. We don't have a lot of spells for our Homunculus yet, so it's quite possible that this doesn't even make the deck. But there's potential for spells in blue-black, if we get a good second pack. So this should be our first pack that we're getting back. It's taking a long time. I hope I'm not disconnected or anything. I don't think so. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cutthroat here, even though it's not actually a card I want to play. Wailing Ghoul could be fine. Whispers of Emrakul is a spell for Curious Homunculus, but I don't know. It looks like maybe I'll have more of a slight zombie theme, so Wailing Ghoul could be good. I have several mill cards already in the Wailing Ghoul and the Laboratory Brutes, so okay. The Convolute, probably a sideboard card. I haven't been main decking many counters in this format. I'll do the LSV trick here where I take the land and pass them cards that are not in my colors to show them that to show my opponents or the players to my left that I'm not in those colors and that they can stay there, I guess. So, Mind's Dilation. Somebody had this in a draft yesterday and he said that it was really good in the late game. But it's so expensive and it doesn't do anything the moment you play it. So I think I'm gonna take a very unexciting first card here, going to take the Drag Under. It's another spell for my Ingenious Cob and Curious Homunculus. I think it's better than Unsubstantiate because of the draw card. So yeah, not really excited about this, but it's a fine common. It's not not the worst pick, but I would have liked something a little bit more, a little bit stronger. Maybe we can get a good card passed to us. Like, how about Gisa and Geralf or something? Like, that would be pretty good in this deck. Or just like solid removal. There's a second certain death, but it's a little bit scary that there are still this many good white cards here while we passed all the white, so maybe we should have been in white after all. Either way, I think the pick for us here is certain death. I don't mind having 2 in my deck. I don't want 3 because the mana cost is too high, but this is a reasonably slow format, so certain death is decent. I wonder why it has a golden border here. Just Magic Online things. Another Fate Unbroken, man. Yeah. Someone's going to have a very good white deck. And it's not going to be me, which sucks. The pick here for me is between Dragunner and Midnight Scavengers. I actually quite like Scavengers in this format. I also like Dragunner, and it's another spell. But I actually already have like 2 decent creatures to get back with the Scavengers. So maybe that's the best pick here. It's also a pretty grindy value-y card, which I think is what you want in a blue-black deck. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Scavengers. Ooh, this is a great sign. There's a Murder here, 4th pick, and a Vexing Scuttler, so there's probably not a lot of people in my colors. So this is great, but unfortunately I can only take 1 of these cards instead of like the 6 I would like to take. I think Murder is still the best card among all of these. I would love to wheel like either the Scuttler, the Dragoon, the Graph Rats, even the Cemetery Recruitment would be fine. Like the Scuttler would be great, but it seems a little bit ambitious to wield that. Yeah, it's a good pickup. So here we have an Ingenious Scout and another Midnight Scavengers, and we already saw Graph Rats pass by us, and it's quite likely actually that we wheel it, so it might not be the worst pick to take a second Scavengers, but I think we already have a lot of cards that are high on the curve, so I think I actually want the second Ingenious Scout over the Midnight Scavengers. Not 100% sure on this, but I think so. So here's another Graph Rats, and oh, the white is so good. Also Markov Crusader, which goes well with our other vampires. I don't know if this is better, but I think I'm going to... I guess I could speculate on the Graph Rats so that I have 2, and then maybe hope to wield the Midnight Scavengers, but that seems very ambitious. I could also take the Exultant Cultist for my Wretched Griff. This is a close pick. I'm not sure about this one. I'm gonna take the Crusader. I think it has the highest power level overall. And here we have a Cemetery Recruitment, which I'll gladly play. I have a few zombies, so that's not bad. Gonna take Spontaneous Mutation here. I guess I could also take the Borrowed Malevolence. It's better with the Scouts. But I think Mutation is better overall, and I have a few cards that mill me, so I guess it's probably the better card. Mind's Dilation is still here. I want to take this and try it out. I don't know. I think unsubstantiate is just the safer pick here. This card disadvantage though. I'm gonna take the Mind's Dilation and try it. Sunday, this is one for you. Take a second Convolute, I guess. Not really happy about this, but okay. How many zombies do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Is that enough? Maybe I want to. Oh, it was too late. I think I actually wanted to pick the Fogwalker because it's a better sideboard card. We didn't actually wield that much out of the one. Wow, that's a lot of black cards. So we didn't actually wheel much from the insane pack with the murder in it. I guess we wheeled probably the graph rats. So am I going to get to Delirium easily? I have two things that mill me. I can discard. I have basically just sorcery and instants. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be hard to get my Kindly Stranger online. So I think I take the Air of Falkenrath here because it's just the better card. Doesn't fit my deck as well though, because my deck seems to be more towards the controller's side of things. Yeah, I just don't think that I'll be able to turn on Delirium that easily, so let's just take the air here. This is great. Man, all these packs with the double really good black cards, but Elusive Tormentor is a huge bomb, so I just have to pick that here. It's basically unkillable if you keep mana open, so it's a really great card. Really happy to pick that up. Yeah. Could use like a few more 2-drops, 3-drops. Could also use like 1 or 2 more Madness cards. That would be pretty nice with the Stonekirk Condemned and the Heir of Falkenrath. This point in time, I don't think I'm playing the Curious Homunculus, by the way. Okay, so this is perfect. Another, like, all these white cards. But this is perfect for our deck. Twins of Mara Estate is really good with Stormkirk Condemned and Heir of Falkenrath. So really happy to pick that up. It's our second Madness Vampire. So we have like a few like small themes in our deck. Still don't think I'm playing any of these cards that are currently in my sideboard. Yeah, probably not. 15 creatures, 7 spells. Okay, so we're just trying to upgrade our deck a little bit now. Hopefully getting... Yeah, I guess these are going to be 3-drops. Rise from the Tides with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. That's probably not enough. So I'm gonna take the Deadweight. It's just a good removal spell. Happy to pick that up. Now I am starting to get closer to possible Delirium, so if we wield a Kindly Stranger, I would probably play it. Hmm. Cobb Waltz is interesting. Works with the two Madness cards, and it could get me back one of my value creatures. Could also take the Rancid Rats if I want to have more creatures. I already have like the two Cemetery Recruitments. I don't know, maybe Waltz is better than Cemetery Recruitments. That's certainly possible, but maybe I also want Rancid Rats. I do already have two Certain Death and a Murder, so I guess dealing with big creatures won't be that much of a problem. So yeah, maybe I just take Macabre Waltz here. Biting Rain. Certainly an interesting card. And does it kill much of my own? So I'm probably not going to be playing this. I don't know, maybe I am. So it kills only two of my own cards actually, so I could consider playing this. Could also play the Stallion or even the Graphstone, I guess. Daring Sleuth, I think I have no way to make clues, so I'm not going to be playing that. Yeah, I'm actually going to take the Biting Rain. It could be like a really good sideboard card. Could also play it in the main deck. I like Wildfield Scarecrow. It's a good card, really good defensive card that can even get you a little bit of card advantage. Works well with Delirium, but right now we don't have any Delirium cards unless we wheel the Kindly Stranger, so it's a little bit lower on my list. This deck could use a win condition, and Mokrod's Necropod is a good win condition. So that's certainly a possibility here, but I also really like Compelling Deterrence because we actually have a few. So we have 4, 5, I guess 5 zombies. Oh, that was not good. Yeah, so I'm not actually sure if I should have picked that, but whatever, we picked it now, so I guess there's no going back. Probably not playing any of these. I could play the True Face Sensor, I guess. Well, I actually have a lot of things that can flip Neglected Heirloom, so maybe... Yeah, that's... I don't know if it's better, but I mean, it's okay. I don't actually have that much that flips it because you have to have the Graph Rats and Midnight Scavengers at the same time, but Elusive Tormentor and Era of Faltenraff are really good ways to flip it. Yeah, maybe I should have taken the True Face Sensor there. So here I'm thinking about, I could take Triskaidekaphobia, could also take another trick here, which is really good with the Ingenious Cubs. I mean, Triskaidekaphobia is good, but... Alright. So, basically I took the Triskaidekaphobia just because it makes games more interesting for you to watch. This is the best card here. Wow, the Rise from the Tides wheeled. I might actually be playing it with all the extra spells that I picked up. This is interesting. So Triskaidekaphobia is a card that I've had very mixed experience with. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad. But it makes for some really cool videos, so I guess that's a good reason to try it out. So it's going to be interesting to see how we build this deck. Like, I think this is going to be a sideboard card. But we actually have so many spells, we picked up so many late spells that I think might actually be worth playing the Rise from the Tides. I'm gonna play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. So let's see here. What are our playables? These are playables. I'm not playing this. Probably not playing the vessel because we didn't pick up the kindly stranger, so this is out. So these are the cards we might consider. We have 28 cards here, so we're going to have to cut quite a lot. Let's sort with creatures separately. I think I want to make sure, like, I think Rise from the Tides might actually be good in this deck. But this is only instants and sorcery, so I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could play 7. Is that enough though? 7. I also have some ways to mill myself. It's going to be close. It might not be good enough. Other than that, what else am I considering playing or cutting? Three or more instant or sorcery cards. I have 7. That's probably, I probably want to, no, I have 8 with the Rise from the Tides. I'm probably not going to play the Mind's Dilation. I think the deck is going to be good enough without it. So cards I'm not sure about are probably like Neglected Heirloom, the Laboratory Brute, although I think I will be playing this, but not really sure. The Homunculus, the Graph Rats, and the Wailing Ghoul. These are all less exciting cards. I guess this, and this are all in the balance, and Triskei Decaphobia as well. And Rise from the Tides. Okay, so these are the, how many? 10, 13, 17, 19 cards I definitely want to play, so I need to add 4 out of these. It's an interesting exercise. Might actually be worth putting Biting Rain in here. I really, like, I only have one card that it's really bad with. I'm gonna leave this in the sideboard. I'll bring it in against, decks where I really need it. So, how many zombies do I have in this version? 2, 3, 4... Only 4? And I have how many vampires for my Mark of Crusader? I have 1. I guess that doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's enough for this card. Like, it's just a decent card. It's not great, but 4/3 lifelink is fine. Yeah, I think I'm keeping this in probably. To move this to the 6-drop spots, and this to the 3-drop spots. Right. I think I might want to play just more spells and the Rise from the Tides. And if I want to play more spells, then I might want to play the mill cards actually. So maybe I want to do this, and let's put these in the sideboard so I can see how many cards I have in the deck. So, and play the Rise from the Tides. Play this, play this. Now we have 5 zombies, so I guess playing the cemetery recruitment is not the worst. I think I do want graph rats actually. And I might cut either macabre waltz or cemetery recruitments. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess I'll cut the recruitment. So this gives me 7 spells. Is that enough for Rise of the Tides though? It's really close. It's probably not enough. This is an interesting build. Yeah, Rise from the Tide's probably not good enough. I'm gonna play the Triskaidekaphobia. It'll make for a cooler video. And I think this is it. So I want to add lands. Probably going to go 9 swamps. Actually, don't have that many. I could even go 10-7, I guess. But I do also have the scabs, which I want to be able to activate. I have 3 double black cards. 10-7 seems. Man, I wish I had 1 dual land. So let's count the mana symbols. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 black symbols, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess we need to play 10-7. Alright, so this is it. I'll see you in the first round.